has all the routes in his toolbox.
Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Might be changing the route. They'll go back to the air on second down. Good timing on the quick out. It'll be third and long. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Rutgers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
To throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The incompletion. They go back up top. Floats it out in space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Rutgers. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the left. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Punts it out of the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Clemson jumps to the line. Looking to throw for it. Unleashes it. He's open on the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll leave it with him. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Motion from the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Would have just been a 49-yard field goal try, but they're hungry for touchdowns, so they'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Georgia Tech. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Looking for room at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. The Scarlet Knights, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Making side adjustments here. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back has it. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for 1st and goal.
1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Use the play fake, now to throw. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short. Clemson is quick to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
start this drive at their own 47. Going right to work up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of...
Turning it on! The 10! Touchdown, Scarlet Knights! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executed beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Release to the back. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's it, fly. Find space on the right. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll line up for a second down play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Off to the races to the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback making checks. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. Time to take a shot. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Johnson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Yeah, and just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it away to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
They go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the draw. Breaks the tackle. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Looking to throw on third. Tight end getting vertical. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Tigers. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The give to the left side. Got the first down. Looking for more. There he goes. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Scarlet Knights come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
But the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the right. Touchdown, Clemson. They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the back. On the option. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, it just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry.
Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Scarlet Knights can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the back. Got his man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged on the outside, it's Johnson. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. The Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. Fourth down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
And the Scarlet Knights started this drive, backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Gives it on the option. Runs through a tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty, and they're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period.
Clemson, 35.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Gets the back moving. Wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Second down, he'll throw it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Now third and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires on the move. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. To the air, it's Singleton. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Knocked off his feet. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple of minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play. They found that on that last one.
The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Working that left side now. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Wants to throw it. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Jesse. You find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Rutgers. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll start this drive going to the air. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down.
The extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Quick with the spin move.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers in the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
They'll give it to the back. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen